Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to episode 114 of Ronald's Reviews, and on today's episode we're opening a trade box from Dave at Toy Polloi. Cue the march. Welcome back everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, today we're going to take a look at a trade box sent in by Dave at Toy Polloi. Now, I'm sure you all know Dave and his channel, a very, very popular channel. He comes up with some absolutely ingenious ways of restoring and repairing old vintage toys. Just a fantastic channel. I'm sure you all know it's very popular. If you don't, I will leave a link in the description below, but be sure to check it out. It's an absolutely superb channel. But recently Dave has been getting into masks. Now, I'm a big lover of mask toys. I'm collecting them at the moment. Absolutely love it as a toy line. And recently he was restoring a mask rhino. Now, it was an enjoyable watch, really loved watching it, and right at the end he also showed some figures that he'd picked up as well. Now, I've got quite a few spare parts for my mask collection, spare figures and masks, and I noticed that there's a couple of figures that he needed masks for that I was luckily able to help him out. I also sent a Skeletor to add to his very famous Skeletor army as well. Now, I explained to Dave that I didn't want any recognition, I was just trying to help him out, I didn't want anything in return, but Dave being Dave, lovely guy, insisted that he sent something in return, and a few days later it arrived. So we're going to get into this box today and see what Dave has been kind enough to send us. Just before we get started though, everybody, I just want to give a big shout out to my good friend Matt over at Universal Collector. Now, Matt had a giveaway a few weeks ago on his channel and I was lucky enough to win this Black Series figure. Now, I think Matt himself billed it as a little bit of a booby prize, but I don't think so at all. I've not shown it for a few weeks. I did receive it a few weeks ago, but because I've been doing mask videos, I didn't show it because I just wanted to try and keep it a little bit more in keeping with the theme, and I've got a funny feeling Dave would have sent us some Star Wars stuff, so I kind of felt it was more in keeping with this week's video. But like I say, I don't collect Black Series, the black and red boxes. I have got one other figure, but I actually really like this figure. I think it's a cool figure. It will certainly be going into my collection. I'm very, very happy to receive it, so I hope you don't think, Matt, that I wasn't happy with it or that I wasn't grateful because I've not shown it yet. But I really like this figure. Like I say, I think Matt sort of billed it as a little bit of a booby prize along with Rose Tico, but I actually really like this figure. I still think these red and black boxes are really nice. Number 53, and I'm really happy with it. So like I say, Matt, I hope you don't think I wasn't grateful because I've not shown it until this week, but I really like it. It will be going into my collection, so thank you again, my friend. I really do appreciate it. It will be going next to my one and only other black and red box, which is Luke and Yoda in the Dagobah training set, so I'll be very happy to put it next to that one. So yeah, thank you again, Matt. So now that's been said, let's jump into the unboxing. And there we go, everybody. So right off the bat, what I will say is, Dave, this does not look like an even trade. This box is far bigger than what I sent you. I just sent you a couple of masks and a Skeletor. So already I think I'm doing better out of this deal than you have. But thank you. Let's get into this box though and see what Dave has been kind enough to send us. And as you see, we have a note, so let's just read that out. And the note reads, "Dear Luke, first up, I just wanted to say that I really enjoy the content of your channel. I always like to see people having fun collecting toys and passing that interest on to others, so keep up the great work." Well, thank you, Dave, that means a lot. I'm always a little bit worried about my content, and so to read that from someone like yourself really does mean a lot. Thank you. You'll find in this box a couple of things I don't believe you currently have in your collection. I'm not going to say what they are, but if you want to find out more after you've opened the box, turn over to page 2. Here's to many more videos and 1K subs. Keep on collecting. Cheers, Dave from Toy Polloi. Well, thank you, Dave. Right, turn over to page 2. So do I need to look in the box before I do that or after I do that? Let's just... Okay, before. Okay, so we're on page 2. So by now you've opened the box and I hope you like what you see. Okay, so let's quickly take a look then. Okay, so I can already see... Oh, wow. Oh, no way. So, if I'm seeing this correctly, I can see through the bubble wrap that they look like the wings from a Darth Vader TIE Fighter. Oh, no way. Okay. Just put all these to one side while I get out the box because I've got no table space left. Ooh, what is that? Is that an Ultraman? Have I got that right? That looks like an Ultraman. I will unwrap everything once it's all out, guys, and lay it out on the table. Okay, so that looks like the body. That looks like the body of the TIE fighter. Oh, what? No, I don't know if I've got that on camera, but they look like the wings of an Interceptor. No way, Dave, what are you doing? I have definitely done better out of this deal than you have, Dave. Wow. These are two vehicles that I've never had before, never thought I would have. So we've got another wing for an Interceptor. We'll get all this out on the table in a second. So that is the body. I don't know if that's the body of the TIE fighter or the Interceptor, but again, we're going to get all this out very soon. So they look like the wing connectors. Are they display stands? Some display stands? Aha, now. And some famous Toy Polloi merch. This is something I've wanted for a long time, and that's strange, isn't it? Because, you know, when you just pull out TIE fighters and Interceptors and then you get excited about some Toy Polloi merch, it's one of those things where you kind of feel like all of a sudden you've made it when you get some Toy Polloi merch. So thank you, Dave. No Legos were harmed. Love that. Okay, so let's get everything unwrapped. I'm going to unwrap it all individually and very carefully, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to take a look at what Dave has been kind enough to send us.
Return of the Jedi. The TIE Interceptors are on a mission, but here comes the B-Wing fighter with its adjustable wings and gravity-controlled cockpit. It's a hit. But wait, will the B-Wing's warning buzzer bring help, or will the Empire be victorious? Only you can decide with Star Wars toys.
Okay, everyone, so let's start with the TIE Interceptor now. I'm just looking at page 2 from Dave, and page 2 says, okay, so now you've opened the box, I hope you like what you see. Let me give you a little bit more information on what's there. So first up is the vintage Kenner TIE Interceptor. So it says, this one is one that I was building for my collection. I've been piecing it together from odd bits, and it's a true wabi-sabi vehicle. I'm not entirely sure what a wabi-sabi vehicle is. Does that mean like it's inconsistent, like it's incomplete, but it's still nice? Is that? I'm not sure if that's what that means, but the wings I got from eBay with plans to replace the stickers. When they arrived, I just loved how they looked, battered and beaten, but for some reason great. Now, I absolutely agree, Dave. I have no intention of replacing those stickers. I love the fact that they've got some wear. I'm going to be careful because I think there's every chance this wing's going to pop off at any moment. It won't secure, so I will be careful. But yeah, I like the wear on the stickers personally. I think it looks nice and battle damaged. I have no intention of changing those. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. So yeah, all this. No, I'm really happy with that. I think it just looks like it's been in battle, and I'm really happy with it. So no intention of cleaning those up. Let's have a look. The laser area is also not quite correct, as it's from a Darth Vader TIE fighter. Okay, yeah. To be honest, I have had to switch these around. I think the body that you intended me to use for the Darth Vader TIE fighter, I've used for this because I couldn't get the wings to secure the other way around, so I've swapped them around. But as with the wings, I just thought it worked. It absolutely does. I'm not massively familiar with these vehicles, so I probably wouldn't have known anyway. But yeah, I think it's beautiful, and I absolutely love that weathering on the wings. You are more than welcome to give this a restoration. No, I mean, I may try to tidy it up, Dave, but I don't think I'm going to sort of do anything major to it. I think there is a charm and a sentimentality to when you get these gifts. Like, you know, if they're not quite incomplete, you know, if they're incomplete, if they're not quite right here and there. What I love about this, though, especially with the weathering, it shows they've had a life, you know, and they've been somewhere in someone's possession before they've got to you, and when they've been sent as a gift. I'm inclined to leave it as it is. I think it looks fantastic. I'm just trying to be careful because I think this wing will pop off at any moment. But again, I love that the door's open. The canopy, the screen is going a little bit yellow, but that's fine. I'm assuming the electrics don't work. Does the seat pull up? I think it should do. There we go. Is it going to do it? Keep going. Come on. Keep coming. No. I don't want to break it, but it has started to come up a little bit. No, I can't get it back down. Oh, I might have to leave it. That's jammed now. Okay, there we go. Oh, when you're filming live, these are the problems we have. But, obviously, a figure will go lovely in there. But yeah, really pleased with this, Dave. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so yeah, sorry I've not shown too much of that. I'm just very aware that I think this wing is going to come off. Look, it's almost there. So let's move on to the Darth Vader TIE fighter.
From Kenner's Star Wars collection, the new Darth Vader TIE fighter.
Careful, Luke, we've got company!
X-Wing fighter and action figure sold separately. Batteries not included.
It's on our tail,
Darth Vader's TIE fighter has flashing light, action sound.
Luke's force is strong, but we've got him now. Oh, no, you don't. We've lost our solar panels. Perfect hit. I'll be back.
Kenner's new Star Wars Darth Vader TIE fighter. X-Wing fighter and action figure each sold separately.
Okay, there we go. So now we've got Darth Vader's TIE fighter. So let's just see what it says in the letter. It says, next there is a project for you, Darth Vader's TIE fighter. This is one that I was slowly piecing together. It currently just needs a wing clip, battery cover and a good clean. It's an all-round fun project. So when you say wing clip, Dave, is that... Oh, that's because I've used the opposite body, isn't it? So it's got the buttons on this. I actually think this works. I will have a look in a second. So it's got the battery cover. That's because I've used the opposite body. I couldn't get the wings to secure the other way around, so that's why this doesn't quite make sense, because I've used the body that I think Dave meant for the Interceptor. But it works great for the TIE fighter, and the wings do pop off as well, which I'll show you later, but the battery cover's there on this one. So I think I've gone the other way around. But again, I think this is great. You know, there's a little bit of wear here and there, but it shows again it's had a life. So I'm really pleased with this. So the door's open at the top. Let's just take a look. Does the seat come up in this one? Let's do it again. Look, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I doing this wrong? It does come up. Is it only meant to go up that far? I'm not sure. But this does go down a little bit easier. There we go. So we're going to get a pilot in there, get Vader in there. But yeah, I mean, I think this is just a lovely vehicle. And they're actually, stickers are in really good shape on this one. No real wear on that one. So again, I haven't checked the electrics. I maybe should have done that before we filmed, but I'll probably check that afterwards. I can only assume they won't work. And again, this is actually in great shape. These decals look great. Let's move it around. So yeah, but I use these this body for these wings because both the stems are intact with the buttons. So I actually think this works. So let's see if we can pop the wings off. Whoa! Oh god, that nearly went off the table then. I'm glad it didn't. Crikey, that was lively. Does the other one work? Look at that. Oh, brilliant. So let's just get them back attached again. Are they on? There we go. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love that, Dave. So thank you again. There is a last little bit on the letter. It says, I can't send a package without sending something Japanese inside. So hiding somewhere in there is a I don't know if I'm saying this right, Safubi Ultraman Ace. And there he is. So I do know of Ultraman, never had one, but I know Dave is big on his Japanese stuff. I think he goes there quite a lot, doesn't he? I've seen on his videos. Well, that is so cool. That will go on my, what I call my oddity shelf, sort of things that I don't have a lot of. He will go nicely on there. So he is so cool. Thank you again, Dave. Let's have a look. There are a few display stands for Black Series figures. As I don't collect them, it seemed there was no point keeping them. You'll also find some Toy Polloi merch, bits and bobs that I should have sent ages ago. And that's it. I hope it all finds a good home within your collection. Well, it certainly will, Dave. So there we go. We've got some Black Series stands there. And of course, the famous Toy Polloi merch. So thank you again, Dave. I'm so pleased with this. And there we go, everyone. So as you can see, they look amazing. I'm so pleased. Thank you again, Dave. We've got Darth Vader in his TIE fighter now, so nice and fitting. He looks great in there. And these items will display brilliantly well. We've got the TIE Interceptor again. I'm going to leave these stickers. I think they look fantastic. I've got no issue with those whatsoever. It shows that the vehicle's had a life, and it looks to me like it's been in battle, and it's had a really, really good fight there. So we're going to leave that. We've got the Ultraman. Never had one of these before, but really cool looking. And I do recognise I have seen them before. But never had one. We've got the famous Toy Polloi merch, which I was very, very excited to get. And we've got our Black Series stands. I will actually use those for Poe Dameron and Luke and Yoda. I'm definitely going to use those, so they will come in very handy. Thank you again, Dave. But yeah, so I just want to take this opportunity, though, just to do a couple more things. I want to give a big shout out to a mutual friend of ours, which is Nick. You may know him better as a Vintage Action Man fan. Now, I know Nick has had a hand in this. We were talking last week, and there was definitely some recon going on there. Now, considering what Dave has sent, it's pretty clear that Nick was doing some information gathering for him, so I appreciate your role in this, Nick. But I also want to thank Dave now. Dave, not only do I need to thank you for these items, I actually need to thank you for the channel. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. 2 years ago, I was very disillusioned with YouTube. I'd only been going a few months. I only had around 30 subscribers. I was getting very, very frustrated with the lack of, what seemed like the lack of interest and the lack of interaction with the channel. Really disillusioned with it, and I was ready to quit. Rachel encouraged me not to and encouraged me to persist, which I did. And then a few days later, I spotted a community post from yourself, Dave, advertising the final episode of Pocket Money Memories and inviting people to send in a short video of their own memories of what they used to spend their pocket money on, and that you would use it. Now, I did a short video, sent it in, not thinking for a second that it would be used, and then you reached out and told me that you were going to use it in the last episode, and that just gave me such a boost, such a lift, and the belief to just keep going with YouTube. The fact that you were reaching out and helping out small channels just was a massive thing for me, and I'm not exaggerating to say that I think you saved the channel that day. I think there's every chance that if that footage wasn't used, that I would have quit Reynolds Reviews. The channel would have stopped, because I was just so frustrated at the time. Now, obviously, at that point, I didn't realise just how hard it was to grow a channel on YouTube. But I genuinely believe if you hadn't have used that footage and reached out that day, I think I would have quit and the channel would no longer exist. So soon after that, I met the USR boys, and they have supported me every single day since. But it's not an exaggeration to say, Dave, that I believe you saved the channel that day. So not only thank you for these items, thank you for using that footage and giving me the belief to keep going. So yeah, thank you again. So there we go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by and giving me a shot. I hope you'll consider leaving a like and subscribing. And if you're one of my existing viewers and someone that's been watching my stuff for a while now, thank you. I know I say it every week, but I really do appreciate every single one of you. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. I always try to read everyone's comments and reply to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. I'll see you next time.